You'll definitely be hit with feelings of guilt and shame when you get to that point where you are healed, when you're no longer in your unhealed nature. Because now your healed your healed self can now reason, you can now be perceptive, you can now see things without deluding yourself, and you have the memories and you have the evidence of the past. And you can see who you used to be, you can see how you hurt yourself, hurt others, put yourself in a very tricky position, and others, you can see how you caused yourself and others harm, and you can't hide from it. You see, sometimes not sometimes, but it is a reality that you have to look at. And sometimes the pain has to be really scalding, it really has to scald you so that you don't forget a particular potential that might have been, so that you do not make a mistake and go back where you have removed yourself. And it is a very crucial point in your healing journey, because you might be stuck there, you might be stuck where there is shame and guilt. But you see, the contrast has to happen. You can't choose, you can't make a decision if there is nothing to choose from. You know, your healing self, you're healed, you are now at a vantage point. That's what I'm trying to say. When you've healed, you are at a vantage point. You can assess yourself, you can assess your past self from a higher state of being. And that's where the guilt and the shame and the pain comes from. But you see, it's not meant to keep you stuck there. It's not meant to cause you to criticize yourself so badly to the point where you are rendered actionless, and you hide yourself from the world, and you hide yourself from yourself, and think that that is all that you are. If you are able to critique yourself, surely there is movement you have made in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. Now, understand that this is the reason why many people do not go on a healing journey, because it demands you to be, it will arouse these negative experiences that I'm talking about. People know who they are, people know who they have been, but delusion offers them a safe haven. Enablers, for example, offer toxic and abusive people safety from the confrontation of who they are. And you're out here confronting yourself. So it is helpful to look at yourself with compassion. Compassion, brute force will not get you anywhere. Why didn't I know better? Why? You know, that will reinforce the guilt and the shame and the pain that you feel. You have to look at yourself with compassion. That is the only way. I tried brute force. I tried it. I tried brute force and it does not work. Compassion is the only thing that is going to save you from this state and get you out of the feelings of guilt and shame. You didn't know. That is just the conclusion. You didn't know. And you have to celebrate your wins. That is the second thing. You have to celebrate your wins, however small it might seem. And it is not even small. Moving from a state of unconsciousness to consciousness takes tremendous effort, tremendous courage. Looking at yourself without blinding and deluding yourself is that is the reason why a huge number of people will never, until the day they leave this earth, do anything about themselves. And they will cause havoc everywhere they go, because they have decided that no, I will not look at myself. So compassion and celebrating this win right now, that I can, as much as I feel that I failed myself and I failed others, I have made strides. Detaching from that past identity. Detaching from that past identity, because that is not who you are. It is just a phase of growth that you had to pass through in order to become who you are now. That is the price that you had to pay. Your change, good Lord. Good lord, good lord. Your change was banking on everything that happened. And if you're curious about your journey, you'll understand why your life is meandering exactly in the way that it is. That's how people in let me just divert this conversation a little bit. That's how people find their calling. That's how you find your destiny. Yeah. Well, yes, friends. Well, compassion and celebrating that win of yours. That is the thing that and yeah. Let me just stop there. Let me just stop there. Yes, I will for my I will see you again next time, friends. I'll see you again next time. Bye, wait. All right, bye.